What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more hardcore, and in fact we're back with some happy hardcore for the first time on the channel. My history with happy hardcore is very limited. I've always been more on the proper side of the hardcore fence. Although again, I do listen to different styles of hardcore, the early hardcore gabber sound, but also to a lesser extent the more modern type of hardcore. Regardless, happy hardcore has never been something that I followed very closely, but in the late 90s I did very briefly date this girl who was into it, so I ended up hearing a number of her mixtapes which had tunes from like Seb and Sharky and some others, and I heard tunes like Heart of Gold and Rainbow Island and oh, what are some other ones? Bottom line, a number of anthemic sort of tunes, and I'm aware of the genre's general characteristics. The kick drums tend to be a little punchier, not quite so booming. The percussion is sort of warmer and much more sort of accessible. It's not sort of thunderous and destructive and brain smashing. There tend to be sampled pop tunes, often with pitched up vocals. So yeah, bottom line, it's not a genre that I follow that closely, but I don't hate on it either. It's just something that I haven't paid that close attention to. But I remember when I heard this, because this is 10-inch in the Mokum fucking Hardcore Limited series. And this is, as I said, the record overall is by Twins Artcore, and it's fucking Hardcore Limited 7. The main tune on this one is Roughneck Bass, which is a fantastic track. There's also a later remix by Slugnoid, absolutely brilliant, one of my favorite tunes. But this one also includes a tune called Girls, and if you were maybe wondering about this possibly being a tune that samples Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, you would in fact be right. So this fits very much in line with what I remember happy hardcore being around the turn of the millennium, when I briefly dated that woman who was into it. But yeah, this tune has a sort of edgier, a bit harder of a sound. It's a bit more rugged and, actually pounding than the happy hardcore I remember back in the day. Now, the happy hardcore back in the day that I remember, it was fast. It was sort of mental, but just it wasn't it didn't blow your brain up like gabber from back then, like the Artcore from back then. So, yeah, this is a genre that I don't know that well, but if tunes of the genre are more like this these days, then I think I would be inclined to be more interested in the genre overall. So I'm trying to remember the year. 2017 is my guess. Yep, 2017. Although it does say it was originally produced 2014. So this is from when it was actually both brothers. Again, it was originally started as a duo, the Twins Artcore, and then it's become a solo project in recent times. But apparently this was produced back when it was still both of them. In any case, let's get it. This is Girls by the Twins Artcore, a sort of happy hardcore cover, of the Cyndi Lauper tune, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I'm going to assume 45, but if it starts stupidly fast, we'll slow it down. Maybe with a tiny bit more bite. vocals and bringing it up to like plasma level. Admittedly, I haven't listened to this one as much as the flip side, which is the track I bought the record feels like the genre is still what I remember it, and then in another way it feels like, it's a bit different. And fair to say, even this tune, given that it was produced in 2014, even this tune's almost a decade old. Yeah, like I said, it's not a genre I follow all that closely. I don't mix many sets of it, but it's a cool tune. Definitely, one of my favorite in the genre that I'm aware of. So yeah, it's a tune that maybe I'm not going to mix as much as the flip side, Roughneck Bass, but yeah, it's a cool tune, and given the fact that I'm a fan of Cyndi Lauper, it's cool to hear her, and in fact, that's, it's a fair point. Both producers, or not both, I should say, producers, DJs, and rave goers, I think are all fond of references to other music and to sort of, tracks that inspired them. And, fair to say, like, I'm in my early 40s, there's a number of people who, I buy their techno records or whatever, who are a little bit older than me. Certainly there's some people who are a little bit younger than me, but still, in their 30s now, and been listening to music for a long time. And I can tell you there's like a lot of producers who enjoy working in samples to 80s synth pop or to 90s rock or whatever it is. I have some acid techno records that sample like Rage Against the Machine and other like groups from the 90s. So it's clearly a thing where like, electronic artists and me as a DJ and music lover, and also just people like at rave parties. It's sort of like a raga tech, like tribal tech sort of track by A.K. Penn, and I think it's just called All She Wants, or All That She Wants. and it samples the Ace of Base tune. And I remember seeing that record getting played, and it was like everyone was, you know, already digging into the set, whatever. But the moment the sample, the moment the vocals like "She Leads a Lonely Life" from the Ace of Base original came in, people went crazy, and it was like, oh fuck yeah. So I think it's a testament to the fact that, you know, people in the world of techno and even hardcore, which, you know, may be seen, and rightly so, as a more extreme style of electronic music, they still have taste and sort of nostalgic recollections of earlier and different types of music that they like to work in and have cheeky samples for, or of. So yeah, once again, big ups to the twins Artcore, which in this case I think is actually both brothers. And yeah, let me know what you think of the tune. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.